Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Akram and you're watching Knowledge 360. In the previous video, we discussed about PostgreSQL City, and in this video, we are going to start a new topic, that is data types in PostgreSQL. And in this video, we'll cover numeric data types. So we are going to see about numeric data types, how we can use it, and what kind of numeric data types are there. So first, we start with integer types. So integer types is used for whole numbers only. It is used for IDs, counts, and indexed lookups. Among the integer types, we have small int. So small int is good for low range data like age or ratings. So for example, here we are creating one table called employee ratings, where we have two columns, employee ID and rating. Both the columns are declared as small int because we are going to store here low range data, that is employee ID and ratings. So let's create a table called employee ratings and we insert some data into the employee rating table, that is employee ID 1 and rating is 5, employee ID 2 is rating is 3. So let's create the table and insert the data. So here we can see that we have inserted the data into the table and we have declared the column size small int. Now let's see an example of integer. So integer is ideal for salaries, counts, etc. So for example, we are creating one table called inventory, where we have two columns, item ID and stock count, and we have declared both of them as integer because we are to store data integer type, that is whole numbers only. So for example, we are inserting data like this: 101 is the item ID and the stock count is 200, and the second item ID is 102 and stock count is 0. So let's create the table and insert the data into the table. So it is inserted and we can see the data here in the table. So this way we can declare the integer data types in PostgreSQL database. Now let's see an example of BigInt. BigInt data type is for massive values like population or website hits. For example, here we are creating one table called world population and we have two columns here, country as text value and population as BigInt. So in this example, we are inserting two data, India and USA, and the population count. So let's create the table and insert the data with this data type. So here we can see that BigInt holds the large amount of data in the field. Now let's discuss decimal and numeric types, that is the exact precision values. So this is perfect for monetary values, scientific precision or tax rates. So for example, here we are creating one table called shopping cart and we have declared one column price, that is numeric 8,2. That means up to 2 decimal points it will hold the data. So let's create the table and insert some dummy data into the table to see the example. So the data is inserted and we can see the data, that is Bluetooth speaker is of price this much and USB cable is of this much. So this is how we use the numeric data type to hold the decimal values. Also there is another example we can see, that is for discount rules. So for example, the coupon code is there and discount for their numeric is 5,4. So that means up to 4 decimal points it will hold the data. So let's create the table and insert the data into this numeric data type. So here we can see that we have decimal points up to 4 position because we have declared numeric 5,4. Now let's see an example of rounded tax calculation with numeric 3,1. So in this case we are declaring numeric 3,1. So we are inserting the data into the tax bracket table. So here we have values like 5.0, 20.0, 30.0 and so on. So let's create the table to see the result. So here we can see that we have inserted the numeric data, that is 3,1 numeric data. So here we can see that it holds the data of decimal 1 position. Now let's see one negative scale example, that is round cells to nearest thousand. So in this case we are creating one table called sales summary with we have one column here rounded cells, that is numeric 2, minus 3. So this minus 3 will be rounded off to nearest thousands. So let's create the table and insert the data into the table. So we have inserted the data into the table like this, 48,900, but it was rounded off to 49,000. Another data we had 71,500, but it got rounded up to the nearest thousands value, that is 72,000. So this was one of example of negative cell example where we did the round cells to nearest thousands. Now let's see an example of large scale, that is microscopic measurements. So in this case we are creating one table called call measurements. We have one column size microns where we are declaring numeric 5,8. So that means we can hold the data up to 8 decimal positions. So let's create the table and insert this data to see the result. So here we can see that it holds the data up to 8 precision points. So this is how large scale microscopic measurements are done in PostgreSQL. Now let's discuss about floating point types, that is useful for scientific data, temperature and coordinates. So for example, here we are creating a table called climate data and we have these columns: city, average temperature and annual rainfall. So the average temperature is real data type and annual rainfall is of double precision. So let's insert the data into the table and see the results. So here we can see that the exact precision is hold, and if we want to keep the exact precision or scientific data, so we should use real or double precision. Now let's discuss about serial types. So that is auto incrementing IDs. So this is very useful for primary keys and tracking records. For example, we are creating one table called customer feedback and we have the feedback ID as primary key and the data type is declared as serial. Since we have declared it as serial, it will start from 1 and it will be auto incremented one by one. So let's create the table and insert some data into this table. So here you can see that we are not providing the primary key data because it will be auto incremented. So let's create the table and insert the data. So here we can see that feedback ID is auto populated because we have declared the column as serial. Another example of serial data type is BIGSERIAL. So in this example, we are creating one table called space mission and the mission ID is the primary key and we have declared it as BIGSERIAL. So let's create the table and insert the data to see if the data is auto incremented or not. So here we can see that mission ID was automatically created 1 and we have the mission data here. So this is how BIGSERIAL and serial works in PostgreSQL. Now let's discuss some special values, that is infinity, minus infinity and nan, that is not a number. So this simulates the theoretical or failed calculations. So for example, we are creating one table called sensor readings where we have sensor ID as text and voltage we have numeric. So in this case we can insert the data as infinity, that will be treated as infinity, and we are creating the data as minus infinity, that will be treated as negative infinity, and we are providing the data as nan, that is the not a number. So let's create the table and insert the data. So even if the data type is numeric, still we can hold this character data because these are special values, that infinity, negative infinity and nan, that is the not a number. So the conclusion is use small int, integer or big int for whole number based on range needed. Use numeric or exact calculations ideal for money, tax, rates, etc. Avoid float or real for money, okay for scientific or approximate data. Serial and big serial simplify the ID generation. And also we have seen the some special values, that is infinity, minus infinity and nan. So this was all about the numeric data types in PostgreSQL that we have. If the video was helpful, do like the video and subscribe the channel to get the notifications for upcoming videos. In the next video, we'll discuss about data types in PostgreSQL data types, where we discuss about monetary types. So let's meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.